Well, y'all said this was the most famous outlaw in Texas history, so I went looking. I'm at the Comanche County Historical Museum in Comanche, Texas, and I'll tell you, it's gotta be one of the largest and most extensive county museums I've ever seen. We've got one historical marker in need of a little bit of restoration, and then a little bonus historic landmark plaque, so that was pretty cool. This is marker number 2820, Notorious Texas Gunman John Wesley Hardin. A champion gunfighter in personal combat, Hardin was brought to justice for the first time for the murder of Deputy Sheriff Charles Webb here in Comanche in 1874. Hardin served 15 years in prison, and on his release opened a law office in El Paso in 1894. However, just 1 year later in 1895, Hardin was killed at the age of 42 when he was shot in the back. The plaque next to this one refers to the large stump directly behind it, and it reads that this was the oak used in 1874 by a mob to hang Joe Hardin, Tom and Bud Dixon, kinsmen of John Wesley Hardin, in reprisal for the murder of Deputy Charles Webb. The West really was a lawless place, and reprisals like this were probably far too common. In fact, that's kind of what got Hardin killed. You see, the man that killed John Wesley Hardin was John Selman Sr. Selman Sr. was a lawman turned outlaw turned lawman who had gone to confront John Wesley Hardin about an altercation that he'd had with his son, John Selman Jr. The story goes that during a dispute regarding the arrest of Hardin's mistress, Hardin actually pistol whipped Selman Jr. and threatened his life. When he heard this, Selman Sr. went to the Acme Saloon to confront Hardin when he says that Hardin saw him in the mirror and went for his gun. Selman, who had drawn his gun as he stepped through the door, shot John Wesley Hardin once in the back of the head and 3 times as he lay on the floor. Well, thanks to y'all, I'm like 10 Wikipedia tabs deep into this story, so really appreciate that. If there's any more history that I need to check out, or if you know of any historical markers in need of restoration, drop them down in the comments, and I'll see y'all on the next restoration.